I officially have an idea and maybe an answer to if Kyle Crane is the Night Hunter in Dying Light. So, basically, we all know how we think Kyle Crane is, the Night Hunter, because when the following, that one ending where he drank the bottle because of the mother, he turned into a vampire. Then we hear the scream sounds the same as the Night Hunter. So he did go from a volatile to the Night Hunter because his hands was split. So they probably mutated the scroll and then split it in half. But here's the thing. We have grappling hooks, right? He has grappling hooks, so he can grapple with his arms. As Crane, we get different abilities. One of which being a grappling hook. He carries the grappling hook. Since he probably still had it on him, it fused with him. That's why we have the abilities. Let me just come with this, bombs, the DIY grenades and stuff. That's the horde spit. Loud explosion equals runners equals toxic waste equals canister blood exploding runners. Get what I'm saying? Then we have UV lights. What's the opposite of a UV light if you're a zombie? A UV light put out. Guess what that means? Why can you craft a shield? Because you can do a bunch of stuff with it, like block yourself from attacks. What do you think that's used for the UV light as the zombie? So I feel like the stuff that we have collected in the inventory, Kyle Crane is actually the Night Hunter. That proves it because there's no way the zombie's just gonna have his DNA that have grapplers and stuff. I mean, we know how normal zombies have stuff on their body, but we saw how they just still have their clothes on and stuff sometimes. Kyle Crane's entire, he only has pieces of clothes on him as the zombie. His jeans are ripped up too. So, the flesh mutated with his shirt, ripped off some of his shirt and stuff, taking his supplies, becoming part of him. So, basically, that's why we have movies of the zombies. Because if we're the zombie, and since, we, are a zombie, we're sentient volatile, basically. At night, we forget everything. So we'll have to regain our skills. That's the thing. And the reason why we find other Kyle Cranes is because they ain't Kyle Cranes. There's different skins you can unlock and stuff. Everybody always will have a different skin. Unless some people just want to be twinsies and stuff like that. So, technically, everybody is not Kyle Crane. The original Kyle Crane is the zombie. There is no Kyle Crane, basically. You guys can type theories in the comments if you want the follow-up of mine or whatever you think is true, but I feel like that's the reason. Because, just think about it. Why would he grow grappler arms and have UV light non-puts if he didn't even know if that was existing since he was a zombie and he forgot his memories, basically? Even though he's a sentient volatile, he was still evolving. And we have different mutations that give us different skills. I wonder why. Maybe because as Mr. You-know-who zombie, since we kill them and rip out their heart and eat them sometimes, and how we gain stuff, that extra, their blood and stuff, we mutate with their DNA, getting the stuff that they would get as their zombie, creating us mutations with horns, back, and stuff like that. So it makes sense why the zombie is so overpowered, and why we get different powers and how we mutate and we forget all the skills. And it all ties together. Like, to be honest, it just makes sense. I don't know why, but if you don't get it, basically it's like his tools, skills, plus equal zombie plus skills equals zombie skills. Equals evolution equals mutation equals moves. Like, I know how we have like a ram and stuff. You can basically do that as a zombie. You just run, and then you hit somebody. And we do have a grandpa as a character. We jump in and we do this. That's the same with the zombie. You can jump off a building, hold it, and if you have the move, it will take you straight downwards and slam. They're basically the same thing. And the drop kick is basically the tackle from the zombie. Because if you think about, Kyle Crane has to run to do the drop kick, and then they have the jump, and then he gets the kick. But for the zombie, he has to run, but then when you press B by the player, it makes you jump up, and then you kind of like put your arms in like an X, and then you heat your arms across, and it scratches them, and then your little tentacle with the claws slice them, and also knocking them backwards. It makes sense. So, if you guys have any questions in the comments, just type them right now in the comments. So I hope this gave you information and stuff of maybe how he could be. So yeah, bye.